Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Namra Afzal from BS Chemistry and my ID is 13. Today I will discuss about some named reactions. First one is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Aldehydes and ketones can be converted to hydrazine derivative by reaction with hydrazine. These hydrazones can be further converted to the corresponding alkane by reaction with base and heat. Then these two steps can be combined into one reaction called Wolff-Kishner reduction, which represents a general method for converting aldehydes and ketones into alkanes. Typically, a high boiling point solvent such as ethylene glycol is used to provide high temperatures needed for this reaction to occur, and nitrogen gas is produced as a part of this reaction. First one is reaction of aldehydes or ketones with hydrazines to produce hydrazones. Then the reaction with the base and converts that hydrazone into alkane. Then both reactions together produce the Wolff-Kishner reduction. Then coming towards mechanism. In step 1, the aldehyde or ketone is subjected to hydrazine. This yields the hydrazone required for process. The reaction is illustrated below. In second step, the terminal nitrogen atom is deprotonated and it proceeds to form a double bond with neighboring nitrogen atom. The released proton attaches itself to a hydroxide ion from the basic environment to form water, as shown. In step 3, since oxygen is more electron withdrawing than carbon, the carbon is protonated by the water molecule as shown below. In step 4, the terminal nitrogen is deprotonated again and this time forming a triple bond with neighboring nitrogen atom. This results in the formation of a carbon ion where the two triple bonded nitrogens are released as nitrogen gas. Similar to step 2, the ejected proton forms water along with the basic nitrogen. Step 5 is similar to that of the step 3 of Wolff-Kishner reduction mechanism, in which carbon is protonated by water, resulting in the formation of desired hydrocarbon product as shown. Thus, the aldehyde or ketone is converted to an alkane. The rate determining step of this reaction is the bond formation of terminal carbon with hydrogen. The carbon-hydrogen bond formation is held by mildly electron withdrawing substituents. Highly electron withdrawing substituents decrease the negative charge of terminal nitrogen, making it difficult to break the nitrogen-hydrogen bond. Then there are some applications of Wolff-Kishner reduction, in which first one is organic synthesis of multi-walled carbon nanotube, and second one is synthesis of functionalized imidazole substrate. Then limitations of Wolff-Kishner reduction. First one is reduction requires high temperature. It cannot be used for stereochemically hindered ketones. And although the process is specific for carbonyl groups, sometimes migration of the double bond takes place instead of expected mechanism of the reaction when an undesired product like alpha, beta, and saturated carbonyl compounds are formed in the reaction. Now the second named reaction is Dawes process. Dawes process is one of the method of preparation of phenol. In this method, chlorobenzene is heated with aqueous sodium hydroxide at about 623 Kelvin and 300 atmospheric pressure to form sodium phenoxide, which is acidified by dilute acid like hydrogen chloride to form phenol. Mechanism of this process include: in first step, base removes hydrogen from benzene ring in the form of proton ion to form carbon ion which loses chloride ion to form benzene as an intermediate. And in second step, benzene get attacked by nucleophile hydroxide to form carbon ion, which subsequently get protonated to form phenol, as shown in this. Then the applications. Phenols are widely used as antiseptics and as in disinfectants. Phenol is toxic to humans, however, and can cause severe burns when applied to the skin. In the bloodstream, it is a systematic poison, that is, one that is carried to and affects all parts of body. Its severe side effects led to search for safer antiseptics, a number of which have been found. Then the third reaction is Hale-Volhard-Zelinsky reaction. Hall-Vollert-Zielinski reaction mechanism is quite different from other halogenation reactions as it takes place in the absence of halogen carrier. The reaction is used for the halogenation of carboxylic acid at the alpha carbon. This reaction is named after the chemist Carl Magnus von Hall, Jacob Vollert, and Nicole Zielinski. The reaction is initiated by the addition of phosphorus tribromide and the further addition of 1 molar equivalent of diatomic bromine. The reaction conditions for Hall-Vollert-Zielinski reaction are quite severe, involving reaction temperatures above 373 Kelvin and increased reaction time. The reaction usually requires less than 1 equivalent of phosphorus. Some carboxylic acid and acid derivatives such as acyl halide or anhydride can be halogenated in the absence of a catalyst. An example of this reaction is given below. The HVZ reaction fails to accomplish the fluorination and iodination of a carboxylic acid. If the Hall-Vollert-Zielinski reaction is conducted at extremely high temperatures, there may be an elimination of hydrogen halide from the product, thereby resulting the formation of beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. Then coming towards its mechanism, in step 1, when the oxygen attacks the phosphorus, the hydroxide becomes a good leaving group, and the bromide ion now attacks the carbonyl cation, breaking carbon-oxygen pi bond and forming a tetrahedral intermediate. Since the hydroxide ion is now a good leaving group, it is expelled from the tetrahedral intermediate as shown in reaction below. In step 2, the hydrogen bromide donates a proton to carbonyl oxygen. The resulting bromide ion formed is a weak base and therefore captures the hydrogen which was in the alpha position. The extra electron is used to form a double bond with the adjacent carbon and push the pi electrons of carbon-oxygen double bond towards the oxygen. The positive charge of the oxygen is removed. Since the bromide ion recaptures a hydrogen, the catalyst is regenerated. Thus, the keto-enol tautomerization of carboxylic acid is achieved as shown. In step 3, the oxygen in the enol form puts forth an electron pair to form a double bond with the carbon. The existing carbon-carbon double bond then attacks a bromine atom and thus the bromination of the enol at the alpha carbon occurs. The bromide ion also removes the hydrogen bonded to the oxygen atom and forms another hydrogen bromide molecule which evaporates from the system due to the absence of water. In step 4, with the addition of water, the acyl bromide is hydrolyzed to the carboxylic acid and the oxygen from the water attacks the carbonyl group, forming an intermediate. When the reformation of carbonyl group occurs, the bromide ion is expelled. The water removed hydrogen then moves back into carboxylic acids as shown below. Then coming towards Hofmann-bromamide reaction. Hofmann-bromamide reaction mechanism generally includes the use of an alkali as a strong base to attack the amide, leading to the deprotonation and the subsequent generation of an anion. This reaction is used for the conversion of primary amide to a primary amine with one less carbon atom. This is accomplished by heating the primary amide with a mixture of halogen, a strong base, and a water. The reaction can be illustrated as follows. Primary amines made by these techniques are not contaminated by secondary or tertiary amines. The reaction is called Hofmann degradation of amide. The reaction of bromide with sodium hydroxide leads to the formation of sodium hypobromide, which in turn transforms the primary amide into an isocyanate intermediate. This isocyanate intermediate is now attacked by water, leading to a series of proton transfer steps. The thermal conditions cause the explosion of carbon dioxide gas and quenching of ammonium cation to the required amine products. Here are a few examples of this reaction. Then its mechanism includes the hydroxide ion of the strong base attacks the amide. The amide is now deprotonated, leading to the formation of water and the anion of amide. In second step, the anion now attacks the diatomic bromine in the alpha substituent reaction. The bromine-bromine bond breaks and nitrogen bromamide is formed along with bromine anion. In step 3, the N-bromamide is now attacked again by the base, leading to its deprotonation and the formation of water along the generation of bromamide anion. In step 4, this bromamide anion goes through rearrangement in a way that the ethyl group, which is bonded with the carbonyl group carbon, now bonds with the nitrogen instead. Simultaneously, the bromide anion formed leaves the compound, and this leads to the formation of an isocyanide. In step 5, the addition of water to isocyanide leads to the formation of carbamic acid in a nucleophilic addition reaction. And in step 6, the carbamic acid now loses carbon dioxide, giving negatively charged nitrogen bonded to one hydrogen and ethyl group. When this is protonated by water, the required primary amine is formed, and the mechanism is illustrated below. The application of these reactions includes in the preparation of anthracenic acid from phthalimide. Nicotinic acid is converted into 3-aminopyridine, and the symmetrical structure of a-phenylpropanide does not change after Hofmann reaction. In the synthesis of gabapentene, beginning with the monoamidation of 1,1-cyclohexane diacetic acid anhydride with ammonia to 1,1-cyclohexane diacetic acid monoamide followed by Hofmann rearrangement. Then the last reaction is Reformexky reaction. The name Reformexky reaction is mostly kept in honor of Russian chemist Sergei Nikolai Reformexky, who discovered the reaction in 1887. This is a type of reaction that occurs between alpha haloester and a carbonyl compound, which can be a ketone, aldehyde, or an ester. The reaction mostly takes place in the presence of zinc. The reaction is also representation of extended reactions between carbonyl compounds with the dialkyl zinc or an alkyl zinc halide. One advantage of this reaction is the isolation of organozinc compound is not required. During the process, a new carbon-carbon linkage is created along with the formation of organozinc halide and decomposition due to the presence of dilute acids. The yields in the Reformexky reaction are generally improved if the reaction is carried out in 2 steps. First, the alpha bromoester is converted into an organozinc bromide, and by reaction with zinc in pure and dry dimethioxyethane. This derivative is apparently formed in almost quantitative yield. Then its definition. According to the general definition, Reformexky reaction is defined as an organic reaction that is used to convert ketone or an aldehyde and alpha haloester to a beta hydroxyester by using metallic zinc and acid workup. Here, inert solvent like diethyl ether or THF is often used as a solvent for the reaction. Condensation reaction of carbonyl compounds with alpha haloester in the presence of zinc metal is known as Reformexky reaction. The solvent most often used in this reaction is benzene or ether or a benzene ether mixture. Mechanism. The Reformexky reaction usually commences with the oxidative addition or insertion of the zinc into the carbon halogen bond of alpha haloester. The main purpose of using zinc is that it allows the generation of an enolate even without using Bronsted base, which normally condenses with the ketone or aldehyde itself. After the insertion, the compounds coordinates with each other, leading to the formation of a dimer. This compounds further experiences a rearrangement which results in the emergence of 2 zinc enolates. Then the oxygen of ketone or aldehyde coordinates to the zinc and a new rearrangement is formed where the 2 reagents now have a carbon-carbon bond between them. Following that, an acid workup splits the zinc and oxygen bond to generate zinc 2 salt and beta hydroxyester as the final product. Notably, the product alpha hydroxyesters are important substance required for natural product synthesis and in pharmaceuticals. Advantages. Some significant advantages of this reaction are: Reformatsky reaction can be conducted with highly hindered ketones. The reaction facilitates the successful addition of nucleophiles to delta positive carbon atom of ketone. This reaction mechanism can be easily adapted for intramolecular aldol reactions. The organozinc halide reactions used in this reaction are relatively stable and they are also available commercially. Reformatsky results in the isolation of beta hydroxy ester. Other merit of this reaction is convenience, since the reaction is alternative to the reaction of an aldehyde or a ketone with the preferred lithium enolate of an ester. The yields of this reaction were found to be improved or using freshly prepared zinc powder with the heated column of zinc dust, copper zinc couple, acid wash zinc, and trimethyl chlorosilane. Variations. In one variation of Reformatsky reaction, an hydrolactam is coupled with an aldehyde with tetraethylborane in toluene at negative 78 degrees Celsius as shown. Thank you so much. That's all from my side.